For almost half a century, herring fishermen in America have been obligated to host federal inspectors on their sea voyages. However, a recent development goes a step further, requiring them to dig into their own pockets to pay inspectors.
And now some fishermen are taking the matter to the highest court. Our ABC's Devin Dwyer investigates how this case could make a splash beyond the sea.
This is the radar that helps you find the fish.
In Cape May, New Jersey, the hunt for North Atlantic herring is a family affair.
You've been doing this for years. You love it.
Yeah, and I don't know how to do anything else.
Stephen Axelson is a third-generation fisherman, now leading a fight against what he says is government regulation gone too far.
We don't mind taking observers. You know, we have for decades now. But to be told to pay for it just isn't right.
Since 1976, federal marine observers like these have been put on commercial fishing vessels to collect data to help set fishing guidelines.
They're taking notes. They're taking notes on what type of fish you're bringing in, how much you're throwing back.
They're taking in what time you set, where you haul, how much tow wire you have, and then they actually take how much you have and what you have.
For sometimes days at sea on Bill Bright's boat, they're in close quarters with the fishermen.
And when I find the fish, they're almost like firemen. They have to respond instantly.
But 3 years ago, federal regulators looking to expand coverage of government observers moved to require some herring fishermen to foot the bill for their salaries, up to $700 a day.
So on some trips, the observer could be the highest paid person on the boat.
Without a doubt.
I may not make a herring trip if I got to, take a monitor and pay for them, because it might not be worth it to me and my crew.
Bright and Axelson say the rule could drive them out of business.
Because the margins are so tight right now.
This fall, the herring fishermen are taking their case to the U.S. Supreme Court. Their attorney, Paul Clement, will ask the justices to strike down the policy.
If Congress thinks this is really important, that there be a monitor on every ship, well, then it can pay for a monitor on every ship.
Congress did give regulators at the National Marine Fisheries Service the power to set rules as may be necessary to do their jobs. The government argues in court documents that broad language implicitly allows the agency to have fishermen pay for their observers.
Congress has delegated these sorts of authorities to the federal agencies to be experts.
It's a case about gray areas in the law and who gets to set the rules when Congress isn't clear. If the fishermen win, it could have a major impact on the government's entire system of regulations, from public health to environmental protection, even tax collection.
This is really about the government, without express authorization from Congress, imposing some additional huge costs on the industry.
So what we could lose with this case is the grounding of our government in expertise and science.
Now we're taking the fish out of the sea.
As Bill Bright prepares for herring season in November, and Stephen Axelson games out the biggest catch,
Sometimes they move and you got to go find them again.
both men say their minds will be on the Supreme Court. Just don't expect to see them there.
Are you both going to be in Washington when this thing is heard, you think? Or are you going to just take it in from
I'll
out
probably
here?
be fishing.
We'll probably be fishing.
And our many thanks to Devin for that report.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.